talking about, let's begin with the Rivers.
The Rivers State,
issue.
Yeah.
Now, we've had so much to handle. Should I say we've beaten a whole lot in Rivers, and we need to look at bit by bit how we even got to a point where we are now having to deal with the incumbent governor talking of an appeal court ruling. And then there was a video, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, where some members of the pro-Wike lawmakers were rejoicing over the appeal court ruling, and they seem to be very excited. But we need to really understand, how can this matter be handled? Because if we keep going back and forth, there is no way forward.
Jennifer, I want to say that with greatest respect to our judicial officers, the judiciary needs a lot of reform that will make the system conform with the realities on ground. I made this position in a platform where lawyers are there, and I gave my reasons. Now, you look at this, at the appeal, the Court of Appeal judgment on the River State matter, you will be worried if the lawyers who went to a state high court to obtain an order didn't know that the state high court lacks jurisdiction to first of all entertain the matter before you can now go to get a judgment. Because what the Court of Appeal did was to upturn the position of the lower court, the trial court in this instance, the state high court, on ground that it lacks jurisdiction. And when once the issue of a jurisdiction is raised in any matter, that should be addressed first. Now, what the court that ought to entertain the matter at the trial level is the federal high court, not the state high court. So what the appeal court did was to say, whatever position taken made by the state high court is null and void and of no effect because it lacks jurisdiction. That is why I'm saying that our judicial officers, with respect to most of them, they ought to be able to know that whatever position they take can make or mar our democracy. Same thing happens to Edo State, where the PDP candidate, candidate has been, nullified by a court. Now, looking at Section 84, subsection 14 of the 2022 Electoral Act, it is very clear that it is only the candidate or aspirant to a primary that can actually challenge the outcome. But here you see delegate of a party going to challenge the outcome of a primary, and then the court will still entertain the matter. So you have the issue of local standard. Those who went to the Edo State Federal High Court to challenge the outcome of the primaries, in my own opinion, lack the local standard to challenge it. So you end up seeing the different, by the time the Court of Appeal comes up with its own pronouncement, it might likely affect what was, held at the state high court. So you need to have this issue. So the judicial officers needs to completely align with the democratic tendency and tenet that we are operating now. So the matter we are having in River State is like a ticking time bomb that is waiting to explode. I pray that the stakeholders will be able to resolve the issues that we are having now. Otherwise, governance has been stagnated in River State. You could see both parties rejoicing from the outcome of the judgment. Both parties are rejoicing. I have read lawyers saying that the court did not void the seat of members being declared vacant. That the court only said that these people lack that the state high court lacks the jurisdiction, and that the court did not attempt to reinstate the sacked, quote unquote, the sacked 27 PDP, the sacked 27 state lawmakers who defected from PDP to APC. So you have several issues. So the lawyers and the judges should be able to guide this nation, right, knowing that whatever they do in court could either make or mar